What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another video. Today I want to talk about my 6 months of Japanese study, kind of where I'm at and what realistically some of my plans are going forward, because this is where I kind of branch and just start doing I'm kind of making the study method work for me. And that's the beauty of language learning, is you take aspects that you really like and then you try to figure it out. Not that I'm an expert, because it's not like I really speak anything anyway, but this is just kind of what I feel like doing. But basically, we are 6 months in as of October the 1st, and it's moving along. Now, if you're looking for a get-rich-quick scheme, if you're looking for, I want to see what this dude did in 6 months and let me follow him because he speaks Japanese perfectly, that's not the case at all. So I have been studying Japanese off and on for, you know what, I'm going to stop saying 10 years because I think a lot of people have problems with that. I know people are like, you've studied Japanese 10 years and you don't know anything. I've studied Japanese more in the last 6 months than I have in the previous 10 years. I started the idea of wanting to learn 10 years ago, and then there was about a 7 or 8 year gap of not doing anything. So I don't know. I'm going to stop saying that because I think a lot of people are a little bit more critical of that when that doesn't really tell the story. You can learn a language for 10 years at 5 minutes a day, and you're not going to spend as much time on it as someone who's doing several hours a day for a couple of months. So anyway, that's a whole different side rant. So basically, over the past 6 months, like I said, I can't, look, I'm not understanding 90%. I'm not reading novels or light novels or manga, like none of that. Like this is a very long journey, and it's a journey that I know I could do better on, and I could go faster, but I also understand that I have a wife and a child and a full-time job, and I'm learning Japanese at the pace that I comfortably want to learn it. And if I'm comfortable with it, realistically, that's all that matters. I just like sharing my journey with you all. So, how much I understand, I'm going to try to break some of this down. How much I understand of it is probably somewhere between 6 to 8%, pinning the subject. Obviously, if I'm listening to some sort of thing that's going in depth on, like, I don't know, deep-rooted forest issues or something, I don't know, I probably wouldn't understand a lot, but kind of your slice of life stuff, I can understand a decent portion of, and that's kind of the whole point of slice of life. And so realistically, I feel pretty good with that. And I know that the exposure to the language and continuing to learn is going to help, or at least that's what, people say. And I'm trusting that because it does seem to be working so far. Where I'm at versus where I was 6 months ago, I feel pretty good. I would like to advance a little bit quicker, but that's completely on me, and just adapting and putting more time in. But again, with my life, I'm pretty comfortable with where I'm at. So so just to sum up for anybody who's new to my channel, and if you are new to my channel, feel free to subscribe. I document my journey learning Japanese, so that's where we're at. But I finished RTK. I have not been repping those, but I have been doing the Tango deck, which I'm starting the N5 deck tomorrow. I was going to start it, the N4 deck tomorrow, but I was going to start it yesterday. And honestly, I've had a couple of days of just kind of weird, like I've been reviewing the N4 deck or N5 deck. I just haven't started the N4 deck. I've just been in a kind of a weird state with some stuff, but so I finished that. And so I haven't been reviewing RTK, but it's because I've been doing stuff with, Tango, and when I do the Tango deck, I generally, if I can't read it, I fill the card, even if I understand it. So my reading practice is coming from there. Now I have dabbled with a little bit of Wanikani and stuff, and I get really excited about it for like 2 or 3 days, and then I kind of fizzle out and don't really care, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. So I do think that kanji, honestly, I don't know if I'm really going to continue reviewing RTK. Like, it's just not something I'm interested in doing. It seems like a chore, and I don't want Japanese to feel like a chore. So hopefully just through exposure to the language, with reading subtitles, and stuff like that, it'll just kind of start to mesh, and doing the Tango deck the way that I am. So there's that. The Tango deck, like I said, I did the N5, the N4 deck that I'm going to be doing adds, I think, 1,500 new words to your vocabulary, or, 1,500 words. I may know some of them, but honestly, probably a majority of them I don't. And so I'm really excited to get into that and kind of see where that takes me. I don't really have a time frame for when I want to get finished with that, but I also don't know how many cards are in it. And again, I'm not rushing the journey. I'm really enjoying the journey. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were, how's it going? And I said, honestly, I'm just enjoying it. Like, I know, like, I'm on YouTube, so a lot of people have this pressure of like, oh, if I'm not learning fast, people are going to think differently of me, and they're going to think bad. But, I mean, like I said, it's not like this is my job. I'm doing this for fun. I just enjoy doing it, and I'm really comfortable with where I'm at, and I'm going to continue going at the route that I'm going. So hopefully you guys are enjoying following the journey, and hopefully I can kind of be that everyman maybe that people say, hey, this guy didn't spend 5 hours a day watching this and studying and going through Genki and doing this and finishing Duolingo and all that stuff. He's just a guy that was spending a little bit of his time and still made progress. It took him longer, but he made progress. And that's kind of where I'm at. And that's honestly the guy I want to be. So, like, I feel good with where I'm at. I think I've said that 700 times today. But the Tango decks, I don't know how long it's going to take me. But again, I'm going to probably shoot for 10 or 15 cards a day. And that's, pretty much where I'm comfortable at. Now, here's where I'm deviating from what I've been doing for the past 6 months. And it's not really deviating. It's more so an idea of adding on. I am a really big fan of drops. I said it a long time ago, and what made me download the video again is Lamont from Days of French and Swedish uploaded his review of drops, and I was like, okay, let me go and see what this app is. Because I said a long time ago, I said if drops got an SRS system, and I'm not saying it's a proper SRS system or not, I'm just saying if it had an SRS system, I would be okay with using it because I like the exposure to the vocabulary and seeing the pictures. Is it the best way to learn vocabulary? I don't really know, but it's 5 minutes a day and I enjoy it. And so they have that now. There's a thing called, it's like Word Dojo, and it'll pop up words that you haven't seen, like basically words that you haven't seen in a long time or, in X amount of days or whatever. It will pop those up and it will show you those so you can start to learn them again or, make sure they're refreshed in your mind. And I did that today, actually, because I've been using drops for like 3 days now. So stuff started popping up today. And I was like, okay, like this is it, man. This is what I wanted in this application. Now, the words are in isolation. I'm not really a huge fan of that, but I do like the just additional 5 to 10 minutes a day I get exposure from drops, just hearing additional words and including having other words that I haven't really seen before. And that's something that I really like. I'm trying to think of an example. It's hard to think on the spot, but kohunsta, which I'm sure the pronunciation is brutal, but kohunsta, which is like excited or something like that. Like, so I've learned a couple of things. What is it? Obieta, which is like, I think fearful or frightened or something of that nature. Like, I've learned a couple of things. Those may be wrong, so don't let that be a testament to drops. It's just thinking on the fly. I don't script anything, guys, so hopefully that stuff is right. But and I've really been enjoying it. And I don't have a streak that I want to continue. If I miss it a day, I miss it a day. I don't really care about streaks. But, if I have 5 extra minutes and I've completed my Anki reps and I've watched some TV and stuff like that and watched a TV show or whatever and tried to take a couple of words out of it or sentences out of it, then, hey, I'm going to do some drops and that's okay. So I really, really like it personally, and I'm going to continue to do it. Like I said, I'm not going to be like, I'm going to do it for the next 60 days. I could care less about streaks. I just want to have fun with it. The other thing that I did is I finally got back into LingoDeer. So I know I tried to do some LingoDeer not too long ago, maybe 2 months ago, and I wasn't really feeling it, but I got back into it and slowly kind of started doing it, and using it for what I need it to be has helped me a lot. I actually finished the N5 vocabulary through LingoDeer because they have an N5 and an N4 course, and it's helped a lot. Now, I didn't use it specifically for vocabulary. I don't study vocabulary on it. It gives me vocabulary for examples, but I don't set out to memorize the vocabulary. I specifically only do grammar reviews. And then I also use LingoDeer Plus, which has a grammar section where it'll basically pop a sentence and you'll hear it and you'll tell it if it's right. Sometimes the particles will be mixed up. Sometimes it'll leave a ka off of, a question or something like that. And I really, really like that. It's helped me. Plus, it's additional exposure because all the audio in LingoDeer is completely native audio. It's not this computerized system, that some of the other programs use. And I really like that. I did start the N4 course for grammar I think 2 days ago. And the first section is like the casual speech, which is using da instead of des. And that seems to be working pretty well, but we'll see how it goes. Obviously, I can't speak on it. But just as an example, I did finish the LingoDeer in 5 course, and I can't speak Japanese. So it's there to kind of get the building blocks going. That way you kind of understand stuff in context. Now, the other thing that I am going to be doing starting this week is I am going to be, because I do want to start outputting, I do want to start speaking Japanese because, again, that is one of my goals, is to speak. Now, I don't have a lot of opportunities, but I do want to learn to speak. That way I can make opportunities. I want to get on language exchanges. I want to get on Omegle and use VPN and make it think I'm in Japan and talk to people. That is a goal of mine. And again, that's the beauty about language learning and going about it in different patterns and different ways. You can make whichever way you're doing fit what you are doing. And that's what I'm doing with Japanese. And I want to speak Japanese. So therefore, 6 months in, I have some vocabulary behind me, and I am starting to practice speaking. I will obviously document those. I'm working with the woman that I'm working with. I'm going to ask her about recording and being able to upload conversation practice for you all on YouTube to see. Hopefully she's comfortable with that, and we will go from there. But I'm doing an hour a week, or I'm doing an hour 3 times a week. I'm doing 3 hours of conversation practice every single week. And it's just something I want to do. So that's what I'm going to do from there. So, that is pretty much it. I mean, like I said, 6 months, I know it's 11 minutes into this and you already know this, but again, if you're looking for something or someone to be like, oh, in 6 months, man, look, I'm not the best, right? Like I said, I mean, I'm documenting my journey. I wouldn't trust me on a lot of stuff right now. I don't speak Spanish. I don't speak Esperanto great. Like, I don't, it's been so long since I've used any, like I consider myself monolingual, and this is me trying to get back into being able to be considered bilingual. And that is what this journey is about, is trying to perfect that. So, I think that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to, the reason I haven't been uploading, so I deleted the last video that I uploaded because there seemed to be a lot of issues with it, and fully understandable. I'm not putting that on like, oh, people didn't understand me. I'm putting that on myself and saying, okay, maybe I need to watch what I'm saying, because this is, I'm talking about learning Japanese, and at the time, specifically a certain method, and I could see how people could take it the wrong way. And I didn't mean that I was trying to teach anybody anything, but, I can understand why people would think that. So I just opted to delete the video, and I'm trying to be better about the presentation of myself and how I say things. So I'm, trying to be conscious of what I'm saying and stuff. And, I just want to try to, want to make people happy, and I just want to make videos. And with that being said, that's why I haven't uploaded a lot, is because 1, I did upload and then I deleted the video, but 2, I have been erring on the side of study and learn the language and upload occasionally. Don't upload 5 times a week and sacrifice your study time. I've said it before, but I don't want to substitute the idea. Like, I don't want to be in 5 years a medium Japanese speaker and not have progressed. Like, I want to progress. And so I would rather upload once a week or do a live stream here or there and then study all the time. But that can be a whole subject for a different video. If you have any questions at all, let me know. Hopefully this video was entertaining to you, or at least some sort of informational. I think I hit on pretty much everything. I mean, that's pretty much it, man. Like, there's not a lot. Like, that's why I didn't do a 5-month update, because nothing really changes that much, except for maybe a percentage or two that you can understand. Finishing a deck on Anki, and then talking about some of the new stuff that I've done. I mean, that's pretty much it. So I don't know if I'll make a 7-month update. I am going to keep uploading videos, but like, I don't know if I'm going to do a 7-month update, as much as maybe give it a couple of months and see where I progress. So if you have anything that you would like to see me do on a live stream study-wise, let me know. I do plan on maybe getting into the LingoDeer sessions like I did for Korean, for the week that I learned Korean. And then maybe do some more reading stuff and whatever, but and then trying to get some more guests for the podcast. But other than that, I am going to end this video here, because if not, I'll ramble for another 20 minutes. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down below. It doesn't have to be about live streams or anything. Just let me know down below. And yeah, thanks to all my Patreons. Thank you for all the support. You can check out the links to all those people in the description below. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video.